Hey guys, someone's asked me to do a video on motivation and procrastination. I must admit I've never really had a problem with that one, so I haven't given it a lot of thought until today. I guess motivation's sort of a personal thing. Obviously it needs to be something that for us, in order for us to want to do something, we need to have a reason, feel there's a reason for doing it, and then feel there's some benefit for doing it, I guess. So I guess we need to think about the benefit first, I guess. You know, I would like that benefit, I would like that qualification, or I would like that job, or I would like that health, or I would like that, whatever the benefit's going to be of doing whatever the thing is. And then if we decide that benefit's worthwhile, have a look at what we need to do to get it done. So I guess the things that give us the most benefit probably require the most effort. So the things that are going to require a lot of effort, I guess we need to think about what needs to be done to get there. So and then look at, okay, what's the first step, second step, third step, fourth step, whatever. So what I'd recommend to people that are perhaps lacking in motivation, that have some things they want to do, but find that they tend to procrastinate, think about it, put it off, I'll do it later, or maybe I'll try it next year, maybe I'll do that next week. I'd really just start doing something would be the go. So if you're thinking about joining some group, some sports group, or you're thinking about studying something, or you're thinking about whatever it is, just make a list of what needs to be done to get there, what the first thing is to do, and just do the first thing. I think perhaps people that have motivation for things, particularly if it's something worthwhile, quite often it requires a big effort, and sometimes that can be a little bit overwhelming. It's like, well, that's huge. I can give you an example. I wanted to get a commercial pilot's license years ago, and I was thinking about it, and it was pretty daunting because there was lots required, as you can imagine, to get a commercial pilot's license. So what I did was, I thought, okay, well, let's just have a look at what's required. So I got a list of the subjects that needed to be studied and the things that need to be done, and just thought, okay, well, this is a pretty huge thing, and I was actually working full-time at the time running a business, so I wasn't sure how much time I had. I thought, I'll just do the first subject. And I think maybe that's not a bad approach, is we just do the first thing. Okay, what's the first thing? We need to phone those people and ask them how much that thing is, or we need to, you know, do this, we need to go to this place and we need to do this thing. That's the first step. Just do the first step. So instead of looking at it that you have to approach this huge thing to do this huge thing, just look at the first step, whatever it is, whatever the first step of it is. You know, okay, I want to get more healthy. Okay, well, you know, okay, well, I need to join this gym. Okay, well, phone them and find out how much it is. Or, you know, I want to get more healthy, so I need to start getting up earlier in the morning and going for a run. Okay, well, just do the first step. Okay, maybe the idea of doing it 7 days a week for an hour a morning is a bit too daunting. So, okay, look, just tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, no, that's too early, 7:30, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do 15 minutes. You know, just take the first step and do something. As far as motivation, it's a different thing for different people, you know. I think old guys like me can go either way. Old guys like me can either lose all motivation, and I know some old dudes like me that have done that, they've just lost all interest, or sometimes old guys like me can go, whoa, geez, life goes fast. And this is something to keep in mind with your motivation, guys, is, and you'll hear old people say this all the time, and it's really true. I mean, it feels to me like it was only a very short time ago. I can remember finishing school and my friends and I partying on for a few weeks after we finished school, you know, and I can remember all the feelings and thoughts, you know, about how much time I had ahead of me to do things. And I think sometimes that we can do that. We can think, oh, I've got lots of time, I can do that later, I can do that later, I don't have to do it now, I can do it later. But I'll tell you what, guys, you will be amazed at how fast time goes. Now, I know you hear old people say this all the time, but you hear old people say it because it's true. As is often the case with what old people say. If you hear a lot of old people saying the same thing, they're probably right. And this is true. Time goes so fast. 1 minute you're just finishing school and you're thinking that 30-year-old people are so freaking old, you know. 30 years old, geez man, I'd kill myself if I was 30, that's just so old, and you know, what's the point, and that's ridiculous, you know. All of a sudden you're 30. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I mean, I've had a pretty full life and been pretty busy up until now, and done lots of stuff, but even then, time goes so fast, you will not believe it. All of a sudden you're 30, and you, wow, geez, 30, I don't believe it, and all of a sudden you're 40. It goes really fast, you know. So my point is that days and weeks and months and years fly by, and if you're not doing good things with them, if you're not busy doing good things, I don't want to say you're wasting it, but you know, time will fly by, and you'll say, geez, what did I do this year? End of the year, you know, you'll say, what did I do this year? Geez, I didn't do much, you know, it's just shot by and I haven't done anything. So for these reasons, it's really important, if you want to do something, there's nothing sadder than some old dude that says, I've always wanted to do this, I've always wanted to fly aeroplanes, I've always wanted to learn a martial art, I've always wanted to play baseball, I've always wanted to play the guitar, I've always wanted to, you know, it's sad hearing that, you know, it's like, well, why didn't you? And we don't want to be like that, guys, you know, we don't want to be old and looking back and going, oh, I wish I'd done this, I should have done that, you know, because it's too late then. So, you know, if there's anything at all that you want to do, that you're feeling that you want to do it today. You know, I had a teacher in primary school who used to say, don't talk about it, do it. So if there's anything that you find yourself saying, oh, I've always wanted to play guitar, I've always wanted to, you know, go to that, I've always wanted to go to Japan, I've always wanted to do this thing, well, either do it or stop talking about it. And do something about it straight away. Well, okay, well, it's 4 o'clock now, and you know, I've only got an hour. I'll phone those people and I'll ask them how much that thing is, or I'll do something. Just take a first step. You know, don't put it off. Whatever it is, don't put it off. Do it. You know. And I'll just add one thing though. I almost said before that if a year goes by and you haven't done anything, that you've wasted it. It's not necessarily the truth. I think enjoying each day for what it is worthwhile. And I know some people who live very simple lives, but they look at the sunset when the sun's setting and go, wow, how beautiful is that? You know, or they look at some birds flying overhead and go, hey, wow, how cool is that? Or they listen to music and really listen to the music, and really dig it. And as long as we're happy and we're enjoying each day, we're not wasting our lives. So, you know, I don't think we have to achieve huge things in our lives in order for our lives to be worthwhile. But if there's things that we want to achieve, or things that we want to do, we should do them. Because, you know, irrelevant of what your religious beliefs are, this is the life we're leading now. Maybe we get another one later, maybe we don't. But this is the life we're leading now, so we should make the most of it right now. We should do what we want to do. So if you find that there's something that you want to do and you're not really sure, or you know, you want to do it but you haven't got started on it, I mean, make a decision. Either stop talking about it, stop telling your friends you've always wanted to do that thing, stop telling yourself that you've always wanted to do that thing, or get on and do it. You know, there's no point in living in a fantasy world of I wish I'd done this, or I wish I'd done that, or I wish I could do this, or I wish I could do that. Either do it or stop talking about it. You know, I recommend doing it. If you want to do it, do it. Don't talk about it, do it.